Hi everybody, I welcome you to this mathematics presentation. So in this presentation, I want us to look at coordinate geometry. So under coordinate geometry, there are a lot of things that we can look at, okay? We can look at how we can find the distance between 2 points on the straight line. We can also look at how we can find the midpoint of 2 points on a line segment. We can also look at how we can calculate the gradient of the straight line. And we can also look at how we can determine the gradients of parallel and perpendicular lines. Apart from that, we must also know how we can find the equation of a straight line. So these are some of the things that you must know when it comes to coordinate geometry. Now in this video, we are going to start with how we can find the distance between 2 points on a straight line. So let's look at a straight line. Alright, so this is an example of a straight line that you have. So we can say this is our point A and this is our point B. So they can ask you to find the length from A to B, or distance. Length and distance is one and the same. So now how can you find the distance? Okay, how can you find the distance between point A and B? Okay, so the length of the straight line AB is what you are calling the distance. So this is also called the magnitude, which is the size, okay, of these two given points. So there are two ways you can use the formula for distance or magnitude. I'll show you. So to find this point and this point, so let's say this point A has got these coordinates x comma y, okay, and the point B has also x comma y. So I can say this is our x1 and this is our y1, this is our x2 and this is our y2. So if you want to find the distance between point A and B, okay, you are just going to come up with the formula where you say distance of point AB is equal to, so what you are going to do is you are going to write a square root here because we have these 2 points. So once you write this square root, you are going to get, you can say x2, we have seen this x2, you say x2 minus our x1. This x1, we cross, then square. After squaring, you say plus. Again, we are going to take y2 minus our y1. Again, we square. So this is the formula that we can use. Now, remember I talked of, I said this distance of AB, or the length of AB. It is also called the magnitude of 2 points, okay? The magnitude of 2 given points A and B, of which we can use another formula where we can say, I can say magnitude of AB, okay? So this symbol is showing the movement of the points, okay? Magnitude of AB is equal to, I'll write the square root of x squared plus y squared. So either this or this can give you the same answer. So I'll explain once we come to this one. But in this first case, we are going just to deal with the distance of AB so that you see how we can calculate it. Let's look at an example. Alright, so here is our first example. So find the length of a straight line joining the points A 4,1 and Q 8,4. So they want us to find the length, which is the distance between point A and Q. So you must be able to recall the formula. So you can use formula 1 or formula 2. Okay, so we're going to start with the 1. So say method 1. So since we are finding the distance, say distance of A Q is equal to, we'll come up with this formula. This is our formula where we write, we say x2 minus x1 in brackets squared plus, in brackets we have y2 minus y1 squared. This is our formula. Now we have 2 points. So we have point A and B. Sorry, point A and Q. So you can name your coordinates. This is x1 and this is y1. So this is x2 and this is y2. So now we are just going to substitute here. Okay, we are just going to substitute. Where there is x2, we are going to put 8. So this will be 8 minus our x1 is this one, which is a 4 squared, plus where there is y2, we are going to put this 4 right here. 4 minus our y1, it's a 1 there, then squared. So from here, we are going to say 8 minus 4. This gives us 4. So this will be 4 squared plus 4 minus 1, it's a 3. So this will be a 3 squared. So from here, we are going to have 4 squared means 4 times 4, which is a 16, plus 3 squared means 3 times 3, which is a 9. So remember, this type of questions usually come in mathematics paper 1. So there is no need for you to use a calculator. So 16 plus 9 gives us a 25. So you just need to find the square root of 25, which is a 5 in this case. We can even put 5 units. So this is the distance between point A and what? Q. Alright, I believe we can now move on. So let us now use method 2, where we said the distance of between two given points is also the magnitude of two given points. So first thing, we can find the magnitude of AQ. So the magnitude of AQ to be presented like this, okay, is equal to, now for this magnitude of AQ, okay, I will come up with a simple sketch just to help you to understand. Now, because I'm using this, there is this direction. So this direction shows the movement, okay, from point A to point Q. So here we can have the origin, and here we can have point A, and here we can have point Q. So this is the movement now. This is the movement. I hope this is clear. Now, if you are moving from A to Q, you need to pass through this origin. So you can say AO plus OQ. Okay. Now, if it's against the direction, remember AO is not the same as OA. So if it's AO, it will be against the direction. Okay. So now we know the coordinate for A is 4, 1. So if you are dealing with the position vectors in this case, this can be written as 4, 1 in this way, in a column way. Okay. Same with the Q. So from O to Q, it will be 8 and 4, like this. Okay. So now when we move there, AO is against this direction. So it's going to be negative AO plus OQ plus OQ, like this. Okay, this is for method 2. Now here you say negative open bracket where there is AO, you get this one. This is for AO, which is a 4 and a 1, plus OQ, you just get 8 and 4. 8 and 4. Okay, so I'm using this formula because there is a part in mathematics paper 1 where it comes in handy. I'm sure you have seen a question of this similar nature. So here, negative times positive 4, you get negative 4. Negative 4 times positive 1, you get negative 1. Like this. Then plus 8 and a 4. So from here, just add this negative 4 plus 8. So negative 4 plus 8 gives us a 4. Negative 1 plus 4 gives us a 3. So this is the position vector that you are going to have. It's not the magnitude, okay? It's just the position vector of what? Of A, Q. Now, if we want to find the magnitude of this, so here we have AQ, we can write it as 4, 3 in coordinate form. So this is X, this is Y. So now we are going to say, therefore, magnitude of AQ, so these bars, they stand for magnitude, okay, equal to, we write our formula X squared plus Y squared. So from here, what are we going to do? We are just going to substitute. Where there is X, we are going to put a what? A 4. Where there is Y, we are going to put a 3. So 4 squared plus 3 squared. And 4 squared gives us 4 times 4, which is a 16. So this gives us 16 plus 9. Because 3 times 3 is a 9. So from here, we can add 16 plus 9 gives us a 25. Okay. So what is the square root of 25? It's a 5 units. So you can see that both methods, method 1 and method 2, they are giving us the same what answer. So it's up to you which method you are comfortable with. Okay. So this is our first part of this lesson. So make sure that you go through. I'll give you a question that you can try to answer. Okay. All right, so this is the task. You can try to work it out, okay? You can try to work it out. So try to answer this question using two different methods, method 1 and method 2, and see if you are going to get the same what? The same answer, okay? You can comment in the comment section with your answer, okay? So thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye.